It's Wednesday. No, it ain't Wednesday. I lied. It's Tuesday, the 25th. And listen to me when I tell you, landscapes are changing. Just keep an eye out. Anyways, I'm excited, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just freaking hype out here. Big things are popping off. We are on the way to fill this beast up because it sucks that diesel fuel down. And then we're on the way to see Mr. Brown in Tallahassee, Florida. We got All-Pro open house tomorrow, and then we got a demo Thursday, and then we got to drop a mower off in the ATL Thursday afternoon, and then Dickens Turf Landscape, well, I say that, Dickens Turf open house Friday, and then a demo first thing in the morning Saturday morning, and then I'm trucking back home. So big things going, landscapes are changing. We're selling 25 mowers this week. I'm manifesting it. Coco needs to get paid, right? And why do you say Coco? Because my little niece, who's about 3 years old, calls me Coco. And sometimes I speak in third person because I think it's funny and it gets under my fiance's skin. So I kind of do that a little bit. Anyways, I'm excited. All right, boys. Martin and I get my gimbal right. I'm still working this thing out. Say hey, Martin.
What's up?
I'm about to sell some mowers. We got our sorry, I got you with the light there. I gotta figure out how to use this thing better. But yeah, watch this. We'll go down the line here. All-Pro open house, Tallahassee, Florida. We got the Grasshopper guys. Makita. Handheld stuff. Shout out Makita Steve. Ben with Vanguard. Take y'all in the trailer real quick. It's pretty sweet setup. He's still in the process of getting set up, but you got your battery stuff right here, which is pretty cool. You got the 40 shorty, and then the little babies. They got plenty of hats down here. I'll tell you what, them Vanguard boys, man, they get all the freaking stuff. Killing it on the engine side. 250 hour oil change interval. That is the oil extend. I almost forgot the oil extend. This is on the Z1 and Z2 carbureted 23 horse Vanguard. Big Daddy. That's not on the Z. No, I lied. That's on the Z1. That's on the Z1. That's not on the Z1. Pull the start. But anyways, got the trailer that's probably should have been washed. Full guard system. Here's our setup. 33, 800. Put a 22 out there at the road. FW45, Z136, Z136, Z148, Z352, Pathfinder, Z360. Can't make enough of these, dude. This right here. If you notice the difference between the arms on the Z2 or the Z352 and the Z360 and the tire size. 24 by 12, 24 by 9.5. Yeah. Those 300. Skag dually kit. Let's get a video of this thing. This thing looks cool. We got to get these on our damn Z3s. Dually kit. Sick. The Skag Jackal. This is FOE, Florida Outdoor Equipment Distributors. Echo. All sorts of stuff out there. That's good stuff. Can I walk in the trailer? Can I go in the trailer? I'm going in the trailer. Let's see what we got. Little Echo setup. That's cool. All right. And then the Hustler dude ain't set up yet, but there's their Hustlers. This actually used to be a restaurant. I can't remember the restaurant. Somebody will know. Put it in the comments. Nice. Get your Hustler. Got Echo all down the back wall with the Hustlers. Makita. Let's see what we got back here. That's not. Oh, this is Red Max. I forgot they had Red Max. Makita. This is what one would call a gumball machine. Because it's got a whole lot of stuff. But hey, that's good. Skags. Tiger Cat. It's nice. It's a pretty freaking legit part counter. Look at the parts back here, dude. Look at that. That is real deal stuff. And then front and center, the biggest, nastiest, most efficient, most comfortable Ferris. Sorry, sir. That's cool. What do y'all think about these? Little, what's it called? I'm out here going brain dead everywhere. Got the little wonders. Passport, push mowers, pressure washers. Nice. Uh-oh. And then over here you got your grasshoppers and more Echo. And then your newly installed service counter.
Yeah, it should be around there.
Looks good. So yeah, dude. That's your stuff. That's definitely the premier dealer in Tallahassee. Been in business for 20, 30 years. I'm not really sure, but I think they did like $400,000 with us in like 5 months, which is a big deal since like right whenever they got started. This gimbal just pisses me off since right when they got started. It was like in the middle of the season, and then we had a drought. Like it wasn't the greatest timing, but we got them set up and they did pretty good. So we're expecting big things. So yeah, dude, I have not done great on doing video the past 2 days. A little, I don't want to say burnt out, but like, dude, Charlotte to Tallahassee to Nashville and then back to Charlotte tomorrow or tonight. And the pollen in Tallahassee the past 2 days was just like one of the most hardcore allergy / pollen experiences I've had in a while, dude. Like, you know, like when your snot's like green coming out, that was still fighting that one. So just having if you're looking to get into the social media realm, like you're trying to scale your presence or establish your presence, I can make you a promise. You're going to spend a lot of time staring at your phone trying to figure out what's working and what's not working for you and your niche. And the other promise, and I don't even know if I said 2 promises just now. The other promise that I have for you if you're trying to get into that realm is you're going to experience burnout multiple times, right? So to get ahead of that, what I try to do is I try to make content ahead of time. So, you know, sometimes I'll take 2 hours, 3 hours, like, all right, it is real making time. You know, we're on the couch, we're at the desk, we're only making reels. Like that's our only goal right now, is just to make as many reels as possible, preferably high quality. You know, if not, you know, whatever, you got to get something out there, right? But dude, when I tell you that, you know, if and when you try to scale / establish, or well, it would be when you are trying to establish yourself and then scale your presence further, congratulations, you just took on another job and you're not getting paid for it, right? Not directly, at least. Luckily, when I started, I put in a lot of time learning the ins and outs of, from the beginning to the end on the social media creation. So you're editing apps and then getting into learning how to, I don't want to say manipulate, but like utilize these algorithms to the best of their, get the most out of the algorithms, But dude, like I said, congrats. You just took on another job, because it's like, and it's all the time, you're all the time looking for something to be making a video about. You're all the time checking your phone. You're all the time engaging with the post, because that's how you kind of hack the algorithms. You want to boost the engagement. The good thing is see, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. The good thing is whenever I first started, I put in that work and established that strong base, because about 6 months into whenever I started this job, I had a plan. I know this dude ain't about to back in and block me in, bro. I know he's not doing that. That would be crazy. Anyways, the good thing is I had a plan, and I still have a plan, and I'm executing it swiftly here. I knew that I was going to use the social media base to make my life easier. So putting in all that hard work initially has really made my life easier in terms of helping sell and locate prospects, right? It's a continuous grind all the time. But if you put the work in initially, you're going to get the fruits of it later. And it's happening. But dang, man, I'm tired. It's like getting a freaking camera in your face all the time and staring at your phone, playing with your thumbs. It's just like, dude, like yesterday, I was just like, I'm not doing this. I'm done with this anyway. So if you're wanting to get into it, just know you're picking up another job and you might not get paid for a while. And I'm not even talking about like specifically from the social media platforms. I'm just talking about like, you might not meet whatever goal you're striving for a while, So yeah, I always suggest it to people, but just know, real deal grind, and you're doing the most. But typically, do the most, get the most. That's how it goes. On to Dickens Turf. They got the radio set up. So I'm gonna go. I think I'm going to Mount Juliet, which is here, and then Franklin or Murfreesboro, vice versa. But look at this. This is a nice setup. I'm gonna follow the radio around all day. This is pretty sweet.
So maybe has to step up now into a bigger role with him out. Well, I think you would love to have him back as more.
Got the whole radio over here. We're in Nashville. We got a demo here in a minute. And I was just thinking about my little social media rant yesterday. And here's another thing that you should get ready for if you're tapping into the social media realm. So it was just getting burnt out and just always be trying to work on something, because you're always thinking about, what's my next content, Another thing you should get ready for if you're getting into the social media realm is online trolls, right? They are rampant. They're everywhere, right? So it's like, and like I said, you should be expecting this, but there is probably between 2 and 5 people that are relentless on my reels, bro. Relentless. And, 1 or 2 times is okay because they brought up some issues that Ferris was having. So, for example, our 61-inch deck was having cut quality issues. They comment. What I call in the sales world, overcoming the objections. We fixed that with a new deck, you know? But they continuously post the same comments or, you know, whatever you want to call it, the same complaints or whatever about the same things over and over again. And you've already, you know, said, hey, we fixed that with our new deck, or, you know, whatever it is. And they're just relentlessly, continually posting, you know, whatever they're saying. And, you know, that's okay. Dude, don't let me over, bro. No worries. And that's okay. They're just trying to get a rise. So you can't let them get a rise out of you. It's actually kind of funny because they don't realize they're trying to tear you down or tear your product down or whatever it is that you have or are trying to accomplish. They're just trying to tear that down. But what they don't realize is that they are bringing more attention and engagement to your content. So it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, right? And I'll take it a step further. At one point in my life, I was one of those guys. I had a Twitter burner account. You know, I'd get on there and try and stir the pot and comment and blah, blah, blah. But looking back on that, I was really not super happy with my life, right? So I had to try to find some way to get some sort of negative rise out of someone to make myself feel better, right? And whenever you like get past that stage and you can take a step back, you know, I'm not really all that happy with this. This is not a good representation of myself, even though I had the burner account. And, you know, I focused on myself, and now, you know, all is good for the most part, right? But, you know, whenever you're dealing with these, I call them internet trolls, because that's what they are. When you're dealing with these guys and girls, you just got to realize it's like, okay, you're continuously saying the same negative things on my content. I've already told you that we have fixed these issues or addressed these issues. At this point, you're just trying to tear me down, which is only a reflection of how unhappy you are in your life. And that's just kind of what that is. So those are some of the main headwinds that I've ran into in social media. Just like a little bit of burnout, just tired of dealing with it, and then just negative people. But obviously, those would be some of your headwinds. The tailwinds are, I can find leads a lot better now. I have pulled from such a wide range across the United States. Like, dudes in the Midwest, where do I buy one of those? Where are you located? Here's the closest dealer. Call the dealer. Tell them. Get them in touch. Sell it. Easy as that. So there's pros and cons, but people gonna hate. They're gonna hate, bro. And it's okay. That's what we want. So it's all good.